Girls, read this. Beloved by Toni Morrison. So what's the gist? The plot of Beloved unfolds non-chronologically from the early 1850s in Kentucky through to Ohio 20 years later. It centres around Seth, who's been living with her 18-year-old daughter Denver and an abusive ghost who everyone believes to be the spirit of Seth's dead daughter. We know throughout that Seth herself is responsible for the death of her little girl. After running away from a plantation, Seth is found by her sadistic slave owner, and in a desperate attempt to save her children from a torturous life of slavery, she tries to kill them, but only succeeds with one. We know the child only by the single word that Seth was able to have engraved on her tombstone: Beloved. When Paul D., another slave from the same plantation as Seth, turns up at her door, memories that she's repressed for years begin to surface. Then, when a young woman calling herself Beloved enters her life, she is presumed to be the embodiment of the dead child. This Beloved brings turmoil to the family and all of those connected with them once again. What you might find difficult. There's no getting around this. The subject matter is brutal and upsetting. The descriptions of slave torture and the circumstances surrounding Beloved's death might be too distressing for some. Also, the nature of the storytelling can be confusing, with tense changes, narrative changes and frequent flashbacks. Whilst the language is quite simple in itself, sentences are often packed with meaning and metaphors, making them deceptively deep. Why you should read it anyway. The story is based on a real-life runaway slave who, at the moment of recapture, killed her infant daughter to save her from a life of slavery. It's shocking, but it happened. In using this real-life story as our inspiration, Morrison teaches us so much about the horrors of slavery and human capabilities. There is sadness in death, but there is also love, and in the end, hope. It's fitting, really, that this is a novel about memory, because if you choose to read it, the beautiful writing and the haunting story will stay with you forever. Girls, read this.